और कहाँ जा रहा है? चलना फिर खुले में चलते हैं।
अरे यार खुले में कहाँ, सरकार ने हमारे लिए शौचालय बनाए हैं, वहाँ पर चलते हैं।
जा तू, मैं तो खुले में ही जाऊंगा।
This tutorial will showcase some of the basic design features which should be taken into considerations when public toilets and community toilets are constructed. As per the Swachh Bharat guidelines, in order to be open defecation free, cities must provide public toilets at every 1 kilometer in commercial areas. Similarly, in slums without individual household toilets, cities are expected to provide community toilets within 500 meters. To understand where these facilities are needed, cities should map the locations which require toilets. Cities should identify the locations of commercial areas such as bazaars, shopping areas where public toilets will be required. Many cities such as Hyderabad are coordinating with fuel stations to give access to their public toilets for the general citizens as well.
Initiative that the Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation has taken is in every city 400 to 500. Hyderabad like city has 400 to 500 toilets already available in the fuel stations. Fuel stations are basically situated alongside the road and they have toilets too. But to make optimum utilization of the available resources and we have increased the access to the passengers or passers-by to utilize these toilets which are owned by the fuel stations.
All community and public toilets must have easy access to people. There should be no obstacles on the way to the toilets. Ensure that such toilets for use by a slum or commercial area are not located on the other side of a railway line or highway or a drain. Such facilities should not be constructed in low-lying areas. As far as possible, city government should avoid construction on footpaths and encroachment on existing pedestrian access ways. A location that is too public will deter shy users, especially women. However, a location that is too secluded will reduce toilet visibility and create safety concerns. Place toilets in areas where there are many people around, but where the toilet entrance is not within a direct line of sight from the street.
सुनना यार,
क्या हुआ?
यार बहुत फास्ट लगे यार।
हाँ तो यहाँ कहीं पता लगाते हैं।
लेकिन कहाँ दिख ही नहीं रहा, कोई साइन तो दिखनी चाहिए ना।
आगे होगा कहीं देख लेंगे। वहाँ ढूंढ लेंगे।
नहीं कोई साइन तो होनी चाहिए।
कहीं ना कहीं तो होगा।
अरे यार बहुत जोरों की लगी है, तू कितना चला रखा है यार, यहाँ पे चल रहा। अरे यहाँ नहीं होगा, तू इधर।
Ensure that all public and community facilities are visible and recognizable. A common branding and identity to facilities will make users easily locate them. All Samagra toilets in Pune are painted purple and are easy to locate. Similarly, the green color of Namma toilets is another recognizable feature of the public toilets in Chennai. Public toilets that are well maintained on the outside suggest a nice facility. Other than adding a recognizable feature, it is also important to provide directional signage, providing users with clear directions as to the location of the toilet and where it is not obvious the distance to the toilet. The toilet should be clearly labeled, clearly displaying symbols for male, female and disabled as applicable.
शर्म आती है हमें जब कॉमन एंट्रेंस से होते हुए शौचालय जाना पड़ता है। लड़के होते हैं हम, कभी छेड़ देते हैं, सुरक्षित महसूस नहीं होता, अच्छा नहीं लगता।
Wherever possible, have separate toilets for men and women. In many cases, a common entrance to a public toilet can make women uncomfortable to use the toilet. In case a common entrance is built, the caretaker can be kept in the middle of the two blocks, and the women and men's block can be located opposite to each other. When a unisex toilet is necessary, make sure signs specifically show a female as well as a male icon, and have both women and men written on the toilet in local language. The signage should also clearly mention the hours of operation of the facility and whether it is free for use or is pay per use. While constructing the cubicles for public toilets, there are small design features which significantly affect user experience. Availability of a hook behind the doors of the cubicles helps people hang their purses or dupattas. Design for an appropriate size of the cubicle. Users would want to have a minimal contact of walls and doors in public toilets. Ensure that the user is not pushed to the wall just to close or open the door. Also, sufficient space should be present in the toilet for women to adjust their clothing. Similarly, the doors of the cubicle should ideally open outside, while in case of child-friendly, disabled or elder-friendly toilets, the door should open both ways.
ए, कहाँ जा रहा है?
2 नंबर शौचालय पे।
ये डंडा लेके क्यों जा रहा है?
दरवाजा बंद नहीं होता इसलिए।
The design of fixtures in public and community toilets must be sensitive to the needs of children. The latches of a cubicle should be located at multiple heights. At least one urinal and toilet seat must be designed at a child's height. This ratio can vary if the location of the public toilet is near parks or places where more children are expected. The cubicle size for such toilets should be larger. A parent would not want to leave their children unattended while they use the toilet.
We should also provide toilets for the children in the slums, because children won't be able to get inside the toilet and lock the room. They will normally hesitate to use such a toilet facility. Then they will go for open defecation in the drainage or in their nearby houses. Then we also designed, along with the community members' input, the child-friendly toilet.
This has been done in the community toilets in Trichy, where Gramalaya has introduced child-friendly toilets. To ensure good hygiene practices, there should be a sink located at a lower height, which will help children in easily washing hands. Many old people may feel unable or reluctant to leave their homes and visit areas where they fear they will not be able to find suitably equipped public toilet facilities. It is important that the public and community toilets have at least one dedicated seat for the disabled and elderly citizens. These toilets should have a suitable ramp of optimal slope. The cubicle should have grab bars and a Western-style commode. All public and community toilets should incorporate the use of as much natural light as possible through skylights and other passive design features. Each cubicle should have artificial lights. For toilets which will be used at night as well, it is important to provide lighting for the surrounding areas and along any direct access areas to the toilet and entrance. The Namma toilets in Chennai have taken care of lighting by using solar energy for lighting the cubicles in the complex. For ventilation in the complex, Shafts have been provided on the doors and on the top of the complex. In Mumbai, a community toilet complex at Raigarh slum is located on top of a hill. This location led to a significantly high operation and management cost for pumping water and lighting. The community-based organization running the toilet overcame this challenge by installing solar panel, which provides electricity for running the pump as well as lighting for the entire complex.
शौचालय में पानी? अरे शौचालय तो बना दिया, पर वहाँ पानी कहाँ आता है?
All cubicles must have a minimum level of infrastructure. They must all have a flushing system and a functional tap. Most of our cities provide intermittent water supply, and hence all blocks must have adequate water storage to keep toilets working. All women's cubicles should have one dustbin for disposal of menstrual materials. The Namma toilet design provides a flap in the wall of each cubicle where sanitary waste can be disposed. This waste is collected in a dustbin outside the toilet complex, from where this can be collected for proper disposal. Toilets should also have liquid soap instead of soap bars to make it convenient for users to wash their hands. Each toilet block must have a janitor's cupboard to cater for the storage of mops and other cleaning materials. The feeling of cleanliness is not strictly related to the presence of dirt. Discoloration, rust, or bad smells all detract from the feeling of cleanliness and the overall user experience. Use construction materials that are easily cleaned and resist discoloration.
But the philosophy behind is to change the meaning of the space. So, if you look at it, we never spit in our temples. We never spit in banks. And why is that so? Certain spaces have certain meaning and we use them in certain way. When we started looking into the toilets, we realized that toilets are the most dilapidated places. People will vandalize the toilet, steal the fixtures, do not use it properly. So we realized that in order to provide these sanitation services, the most important thing is to change the meaning of the space.
Changing the associational value linked to community toilets has been done by Samagra by installing Loo kiosks which provide various services like mobile recharge, savings, etc. In the Sultanpuri community toilet in New Delhi, the walls are painted with Indian film actors and cartoons, bearing sanitation messages which change the user's association with the toilets. The smart toilets by the New Delhi Municipal Council have a water ATM, which provides drinking water, and the complex also houses a clinic, which provides health checkups and tests like EEG, diabetes at nominal rates. Another example is the SHG managed community toilet at Markhund in Mumbai. A room has been constructed on top of the community toilet complex, which is used by the women and the children as a recreational space and a gym. These small design changes, when incorporated into the design of public toilets, can go a long way to improve user experience. However, where most toilets fail is not in their initial construction, but in their continued upkeep. Regardless of well-designed toilets, they will become stinky and dirty if not maintained well. A robust operations and maintenance and monitoring regime should be thought and implemented, along with constructing of new toilets. Toilet design should include the requirements of the users as well as the long-term plan of maintaining a toilet at a high level of functionality and cleanliness. Then we can truly realize the vision of the Swachh Bharat mission.
स्वच्छ भारत का इरादा इरादा कर लिया हमने देश से अपने ये वादा कर लिया हमने स्वच्छ भारत का इरादा कर लिया हमने देश से अपने ये वादा कर लिया हमने
स्वच्छ भारत